I mean, I agree. And I think that Polymarket has helped meme coins because a lot of the people that I know that are involved in meme coins are sort of gamblers at heart. Like, essentially, that's how this all started. It's like, let's make something silly and see if we can make some money off of it. And I feel like that's definitely a gambler's mindset. And the people that I know who, bet on sports and are into meme coins, they definitely were placing bets on stuff during the election. I mean, I can tell you, I won a fairly sizable bet because you could actually take during the first presidential debate, you could take the side of Donald Trump was going to interrupt the moderator at least once. And so I put a bunch of money on that. And I think he interrupted the moderator like 21 times. So personally, I had some fun on Polymarket because it's fun, right? It's like placing bets on these silly things and then watching them come to a fruition. It's fun. It's an interactive form of gambling where it's sort of like, I'll equate it to watching a football game where you don't care about either team. But if you put a little bit of money on one of them, or put money on certain players to do well, or play fantasy football or whatever it is, all of a sudden you've got people to root for. You're emotionally invested and you're having fun when normally you wouldn't give a shit because you don't care about either team. So I feel like Polymarket has drawn a lot more engagement to the meme coin space, specifically the politified meme coin space, and really to the election and politics as a whole, because all of a sudden it's not just, well, this is who I want to win, I'm going to vote for him, but it creates engagement and interaction in a more specific, detailed way into the little nuances and things that happen. And I think that definitely translated into people being excited about PolitiFi tokens and really bringing together sort of crypto politics and the election. And I think it's important that it happened this year, because this is the first time where you could really break down the election in terms of cryptocurrency, because there was a very, very, very pro crypto administration and then a very, very, very anti crypto administration. And so I think that mixed with PolitiFi, mixed with sort of the meme coins being at the capacity and the market size that we've never seen before. Those three things together really integrated engagement into crypto, the election cycle, and things like Polymarket.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that as well. And like I was saying, I think there's a lot of different perspectives of people that are being onboarded to the crypto space. And I think that servicing, the people who do want to gamble and do want to, kind of have fun with these things is definitely not a bad thing. I know that meme coins can get a bad rap because, a lot of people just think they're, bullshit or just, really just stupid like memes. But I think they forget that a lot of people just want to have fun and they want to bit of an escape from reality. And if they can make some money doing it too, that's obviously a good thing. And there's a reason why sports and sports betting is such a huge industry. And just gambling in general is such a huge industry. So I don't shun away from or shy away from, this part of the space. I think it can be a really good onboarding point. And just kind of remove some of the seriousness. It's really easy to just be overly serious in this space. So that's something I've truly enjoyed. So how do you feel? I'll ask you the question now that we're about halfway through the show. How do you feel about political meme coins? Like, do you feel like the era of them is over? Do you feel like it was kind of like the big bubble happened and we saw, this massive explosion in terms of politics, meme coins, and poly market? Or do you feel like it's just getting started? Do you think this is the beginning of, more people getting interested in things like meme coins and things like poly market and how they affect, kind of real world events?
Yeah, and I'll go back to something I sort of touched on a little bit. I think that number one, no, I don't think the end is here for political meme coins. That being said, I do think that the narrative has become extremely more important. There's three things in any token I look at before investing it, and or buying it or promoting it or whatever. And that's, does it have a strong team, a good dev, people who are ethical at the top? Number two, does it have a strong community where the people are active, they're asking questions, they're actively engaging, and commenting on Twitter posts, commenting in Telegram, whatever it is. And then part three is the narrative. Is this something that I think will resonate with people? And I think that the narrative is what's so important about the political meme coins that are going to continue to be in existence. Because again, if it's a Kamala Harris coin, it's done. No one's going to buy it. Not just because she lost the election, but because the election's over. Like, it doesn't matter anymore. And I feel the same way about most of the Trump tokens because he's won the election. Yes, he's going to be around for the next 4 years. So we might see some life left in them. But the ones that were like so specific to the election without having a lasting narrative that goes beyond November, those ones are done, in my opinion. But I mean, there are several tokens that I can think of that I do think have that lasting narrative. 1776 being one. There is I talked about Jones and Tucker. And then there's another one called Make America Greater, which Elon has continued to say, Make America Greater. So it's not, MAGA, which was sort of the slogan of the last two elections. That one could send. What are a couple more? There's some funny ones out there that could do well. There's a good friend of mine who's actually also a chair of the Republican Party in Florida, has a project that's like a funny Donald Trump mega token. And I think that one, because they keep putting out content and keep it relevant with current events. And then there's another one that's another Doge, but instead of the dog, it's the Department of Government Efficiency, which is, you guys know, Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk are heading up. So I think that could have some legs. But the stuff where it's election centric is done. And politics are going to stay at the forefront of everything. I mean, if you remember the last 4 years under Trump, yes, everybody's excited that he won. Now we've got 4 years of the media being so upset and butthurt over everything he says and does. We've got 4 years of him sending mean tweets back out at them. We've got 4 years of Elon just trolling everybody because he's hilarious. And so I think that there's a lot of that yet to come. And so I think there's a lot of political projects that'll do well. I mean, to your point, memes are fun. Memes are supposed to be fun. That's why they are meme coins and not, this something like Bitcoin. They're supposed to be fun. They're supposed to elicit laughter, elicit emotion. And there's so many, I hate using the word meme when talking about meme coins, but there's so many memeable aspects of the political realm that come out because the two sides want to make fun of each other. The liberals want to make fun of conservatives. The conservatives want to make fun of liberals. And then there's like the fringe crazies on each side. So I think that when there's still content coming out in social media and there's still things to laugh about, there will still be meme coins in that genre that do well.